first topic, the path to great leadership. Before we talk about what is the path to great leadership, I have one video for you. Please watch this one before we learn what is the path to great leader. Let's see the video.
If you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen start to finish in under 3 minutes and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower transforms a lone nut into a leader. If the leader is the flint, the first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now it's not a lone nut and it's not two nuts. 3 is a crowd and a crowd is news. A movement must be public. Make sure outsiders see more than just the leader. Everyone needs to see the followers because new followers emulate followers, not the leader. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. So let's recap what we've learned. If you are a version of the shirtless dancing guy, all alone, remember the importance of nurturing your first few followers as equals, making everything clearly about the movement, not you. Be public, be easy to follow. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is overglorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
From the video, you see one guy dance without nobody care, or somebody care but no one want to follow him, and sometimes people think he's crazy. But after one man follow him, something have changed. So from the video, it was the shirtless guy who was first, and he will get all the credit, right? But it was really the first follower that transformed the lone nut into a leader. If there are no first follower, other people might think he's crazy. If you really care about starting a movement, have the courage to follow and show others how to follow. This is the words from Mr. Derek Sivers. So from the video, you can see leader also important as well. But if leader don't have any follower, somebody might think he crazy, he's a nut. But sometimes not just only leader important. Follower, especially the first follower, is very important as well. To understand more about the path to the great leadership, I have another video. This is the interview Miss Ursula Burns. Let's see the video.
The thing about leadership, the question about leadership, it's hard to think about any role that you have in a company, any role, administrative assistant, all the way up to CEO, where you don't have to turn on leadership at some point in the day. There's a whole bunch of times in the day where I'm a follower, right? There's a lot of times when I'm the leader. And overall, on balance, I think I follow a little bit more than I lead. So this idea that, what does it take to be a leader? It's not a person. There's not a person. There's not like the CEO is the leader of the company. I think that's a pretty burdensome conversation to have. One person, 140,000 people. I expect every single person in our 140,000 person company at some point in the day when it's their time, when their skills, when their opinions, when their expertise actually is called on, that they actually step up and take charge. And that's what leadership is about.
What did she say in the video? There's a whole bunch of time in a day where I'm a follower. That's a lot of times when I'm the leader. And overall, on balance, I think I follow a little bit more than I lead. So she said, leader is not a person. That's not like the CEO is the leader of the company. I expect every single person in our 140,000 person company at some point in time in the day when it's their time, when their skills, when their opinions, and when their expertise actually is called on, that they actually step up and take charge. And that's what leadership is about. This is very, very great speech. Can you see the message from her? So she said, everyone can be the leader if you have the right skill, if you have the right opinion, and if you have your expertise enough. So this is the great leader. Leader is not the one who hold the position and don't care about follower and never let their authority to other person. That is not the great leader. The great leader always care about follower, and sometimes they can be the follower as well. That is the great leader. Understand how to follow, understand your follower is very important part to be a great leadership. So I hope you understand more about the great leadership.